All right. Good morning, or whenever it is that you're watching this. I know it's been quite a while since I've done a video, so I thought I would do a Pokemon card one currently. And I was just at the Madison card show yesterday, and I've got quite a few pickups. I did trade for everything. I brought zero cash with me and just traded from what I had, and I'm quite happy with how things turned out. You may not be as excited, but I think this stuff is pretty cool. So let's go with the first stack here, huh? Yeah, that'll be all right. And yeah, I know I don't paint my nails and stuff. I'm sorry. So I bought a bunch of E-Series cards because one, I like the look of them, and two, I've got a few artists that I collect, and like Miki Tanaka is one of them. And there's quite a few in the E series that are there. And my guy was there with he had a bin where he's got his normal, like most of the cards in there are like a quarter. So I went through and got the ones that I thought looked neat. These may or may not be duplicates of ones I already have. I was just kind of going on vibes as far as that's concerned. So quite a few, like I said, with the E-Series stuff here. Cute little Torchic, Wurmple. So I just think they're neat. I don't know what it is about this particular artwork on the Silcoon. I just really dig it. And I'm not like a huge Silcoon fan. I just think that one looks neat. I've got some. Here's Talo, Anguita. And some of these I either didn't know that they existed or I forgot about them, things like that. I just think these are pretty cool. For some reason I just find Magneton, and Magnemite super cute. This was, I thought, really interesting. All the reflections in the bubbles. I thought that one was pretty cool. Brava. He looks like he's having a nice nap in the sun, right? I like the lighting job on this Torchic. And Wilmer here looks just so happy. So happy. Another Vibrava. He's being a little ham for the camera. Skitty, of course, is super cute. Trapinch I always thought was pretty cute too. I know some people like Wobbuffet and some people don't. I think he's kind of neat. I don't like collect him or anything, but there's the Coughing. Ninjask. We're still on, this is probably my largest pile, is the E-Series ones here. Look at how determined that Chinchou looks. I mean, that's just cool. It's cool, it's different. Super duper close up on the Rhyhorn here, which I thought was neat. I like this art style too. Here's another Mareep. This one is one of the other artists that I collect, Sumiyoshi Kizuki, I do believe. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And then I've got the Kadabra for that line. So that's one stack. The next stack here probably has a couple different categories, but I was picking up some cool looking shinies, right? So Jumpluff. I just thought they were cute. The Rabsca is really cute and shiny. The Ducklet, Rockruff, Voltorb. I think that's it. Yep, that's it for the shinies. I'm also working on finishing up the classic collection from the 25th anniversary celebrations. So I got a few of those here. So here's a Dawn Fan, Hydreigon, and a Dark Gyarados. So that's those. And I picked up a few promo cards. That's this next little bit, I do believe. I've got a rush. It's all black and white. Not like a huge black and white fan, but I know this stuff's gonna come up. So I thought that was a pretty good find. That Dialga there. We got our Pokemon Day. Okay, so that's those. Rapidash is one of the Pokemon that I also collect. So we've got this one, and this one, and this one. And then I did find a Master Ball. So that was pretty cool. I, for some reason, didn't have this Charizard, so, and it was only $3. And this one's not with my shinies because Tinkaton is another Pokemon that I collect, and I was missing this one. I just need the shiny Tinkatink now, out of those three. Mewtwo I collect too, of course, so I picked up this cool looking one. Oh, I guess I should show the sleeves too. I bought a couple packs of sleeves. So I got this pack, and then when I get to one that's has the other pack on it, I'll do that. I also collect Bulbasaur cards, so there's a Bulbasaur. I also collect Dragonite, so there's the Dragonite. And then I actually also found this one, which has a Dragonite in it. So the breeder fields, there's a Dragonite there. So that can go with my other Dragonites. And these ones are the other sleeves that I got. So I got those sleeves too. All the evolutions, essentially. I picked up a couple more Delta species to add to that binder. So there's that one. And really I need a second one of this, I think. Yeah. This is another one of the artists I collect too. So I need one for the Delta species binder and one for the artist binder. Okay. I got some from either the gym challenge and cards. So I've got a couple Kogas, Sabrina Abra, Diglett from Brock. I like the coloring on that Oddish. You don't normally see that one. Thought that looked pretty neat. Here's another Abra and a Machop. And I just like the look of this card. That's all. I was picking up just a few from Rocket there. So those are Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, and Rocket. Were those. Let me grab part of this stack here. Some of these aren't as ordered as others. Some of these I just picked up because I thought they were cool. So we've got a Light Sunflora, Execute from that same set. I forget what logo that's for. I'd have to look at my other thing. I really like Sunkern. He's pretty cute, always kind of happy. I know it's just a seed, but still. Venonat I thought was pretty neat too. I dig the rainbow on this one. I may stick this in like my rainbow hollow binder just because it's got the full rainbow there. I might do that with a couple others I found. This Magcargo just looked so weird. I mean, look at those eyes. So I was like, I'm gonna get this because that's super weird and cool. From these sets, and look at how angry Staryu looks there. I kept coming back to this Murkrow in the pile I was looking at when I got it, and so I was like, okay, I must really like this, so I get it. And here's another one from the Miki Tanaka. I probably missed some going through here because I am looking through my viewfinder here. So, Remoraid. It's another one by Tanaka. I just thought this Zubat was a neat perspective. I did find some illustration rares that were like $1. So I might already have this one. I definitely have it in at least one language. I just don't know if I have it in English. Same with the Parasect there. That little leap was pretty neat, I thought, too. So that's that on the illustration rares. Alright, and I've got some vintage cards here, too. These are ones I didn't have for some reason or another. And just the other day watched the one with Snubble having a crush on Meowth. A Skiploom. This card's pretty beat up, but I can't recall seeing it before either. Okay, I picked up just a couple of Pokeballs. A Pokeball and a Pokeball. This one I had forgotten to put in my other stack of promos, so that's going over there. Another vendor had a bin that was 2 for $3. So I got a bunch out of that bin too, of ones that I didn't have, just like EXs, and here's a Cleavor full art. That kind of thing was in there. I dig the look of this. I don't know if I'm going to put this in my full art binder or in my shiny binder. I haven't decided. Diancie. So that's on those. And then we've got some more of these vintage ones. I think this is my, this is another pile of, these are the artists that I collect. So I had pulled some out here. This, of course, the ever-popular Tomokazu Kamiya. There's the Whismur. Gloom. And a Voltorb. And Nidoran. Sui is another one of the ones that I collect. So that's kind of my little artist pile, I think is what I had, that one. 2 more little stacks, I think. So we got a Gastrodon. I had thought this was a Yukimori, but it's not. But it is one of the other artists I collect. So that ends up working out. So that goes in that pile. There's another one from Sui. Okay, and then we're on to some random vintages again. So Shuppet, Chiclarita. This one's, we must be coming along to the electric mice then section. So this one is going to go in my Pikachu binder because there's a Pikachu cameo there with Mr. Fuji. All right. Forgot I grabbed that site there. It's a neat looking Lucario. I like how they did the reverse foils, the way the energy pattern is in the XY. That was pretty neat. And the Golur too, see? And the Weavile. I know I don't have all the Magma and Aqua cards, and there's not that many of them, so I found a couple ones that were really inexpensive, so that's one of those. I like Suicune a fair bit, and the coloring here was pretty. Delphox I found for pretty inexpensive. Okay. looks like we're at the Eevee and Evolution portion. So we've got our Vaporeon, Flareon from Jungle, non-holo, Jolteon from Hidden Fates, non-holo. I really liked this one. This was the most expensive card I traded for at the show. It was only 20 bucks, but it was still. So they've got a Rattata, a Togepi, and then we've got the Jolteon. The Eevee, this is Pokeball Eevee. I didn't even know this Flareon existed, so that was pretty neat. I found this Platinum Glaceon for only a couple bucks from, looks like Majestic Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. And I, of course, collect Espeon. Pretty sure I already have this card, but I like having doubles because I never know when I might want to start grading cards, you know. So there's another Espeon. I think that was the, what was that, a Best Buy promo, right? This is a Flareon Pokeball. There we go. Yeah. And then we've got a Vaporeon Pokeball. This is going to go in my Eevee binder because Penny's got the Eevee backpack, so that totally counts in my eyes. Okay, then we're on to, this is the category that I lovingly call Electric Mice and Butt Faces. So, we got the Victini Prism. Here's a Victini, looks like from Guardians Rising. Who's that in the background there? Neat. I didn't have this Pikachu. It's a Sun and Moon promo. Another Sun and Moon promo. I like the couple of Pokemon there hanging out. And then a Pokemon League one. I did not have that for my Pikachu binder. The Raichu GX. The one I have, I do believe, is pretty beat up, so got a new one there. This is what I mean when I say butt faces. So Snom is what I would consider. I call these butt faces like Pyukamiku and Snom, and like those. Pincurchin. So here's a different Raichu GX. This one looks like it's from a pre-constructed deck of some sort in the Hidden Fates area. I don't believe I've seen this Raichu before. There's this Snom. I never did manage to pull it, so that's going to go in the binder with all of those. This is going to go with Raichu. The texturing on this card is really cool. So a lot of times with the English card you get it and it's just like really light, and in here it just seems like the texturing is, it's raised more. I found a Mimikyu with the play stamp on it. And then again, I never did manage to pull this one. And we know this one has a ton of Pokemon in it, right? So, but this I got primarily for the Pikachu binder. So, that is it for my little stash that I got from the show. I do have a few cards here that I haven't exactly sorted and logged in things yet. So, I'll show you those since I've got them sitting here. Someone gave me this really beat up Tapu Koko, but that's okay. I don't mind. I just like having cards that I don't already have. And sometimes it's easiest to get them in the beat up state because it's less expensive. We got a Spinda here that is going to go in that binder. I've got an Ambipom. It's one of the artists that I collect. Minccino with the Tingino. And we've got another Yukamori, and then this Yukamori, another Yukamori, another Yukamori, another one, and one more. This is another artist that I collect, so this is Shibuzo. So there we go there with the Shinx. So I collect, so there's that one, and this one. And this one from them. Sui is another one, like I said before. And here's Comia, another Comia, another Comia, another Comia, and a promo, I do believe this one is. If I'm not mistaken, that would be a promo. So that's all I've got here to show off today. You all have a good rest of yours, and I'll see you whenever I get to this again. Thanks.